Liberals, this video is for you, but don't worry, this is not a leftist yelling at liberals video. I just want you to think about some things. If you are like the 70% of Democrats that have been polled to be unhappy with what the Democratic Party and its leadership is doing, what I need you to understand is not that the Democratic Party is failing you, it's your ideology is failing you. Because the truth is, the Democratic Party is not doing anything new. This is how they've always operated. They don't ever do anything to really stop the Republicans from what they're wanting to do. And with the releases of the Epstein files we've had so far, it just kind of shown the moral rot that exists at the top of both political parties here in the US and basically the top of every major important corporation around the planet. And while individual events within the files are shocking, that revelation that there's rot at the top of everything isn't new to you. You've known this the entire time. You've felt that everything is stacked against the 99% of us so that the 1% can have everything. You felt that your entire life. The source of your discomfort and unhappiness isn't the rising fascism or the lack of a democratic response. What it is you experiencing the contradictions. And what I mean by that isn't two pieces of conflicting information. Contradictions in this sense is like two forces of our current world that are having a problem. For example, fossil fuel companies want us to continue to buy their products and they can continue to make profits forever into the future. The problem is doing that is also destroying life on the planet. If we continue to do it, all life may be gone in the future. So how can they make their profits forever in the future if there's nobody to buy it? Contradiction. If you haven't already, you need to accept that capitalism is what allows all of this to function. From things like the Epstein files, from things like Democrats not really doing anything, and the evils of corporate America. All of it exists and is sustained by capitalism. But there is a school of thought around economic and social organization that addresses these contradictions and leads to a more equitable world, which is what we all want. And it's called socialism and communism. If you went to public school in the United States, you were purposefully taught that communism, socialism is evil and bad and has never been successful. You were also purposely not taught that what beat the fascists in World War II wasn't the liberal Western powers, it was the Soviets, who were communists. And like the Soviets took care of most of the Germans in World War II, and the Americans hired the ones that were left to work at NASA. That's what liberalism is. You cannot beat the fascism we're dealing with right now with liberalism and capitalism. So it's time for you to start reading some books. If you need some suggestions, let me know. Now here's a kitten.